Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty indeed. Happy post gobble gobble to everybody, guys. Welcome to the Thursday night live stream, not Friday, for this week only, and I'll explain in just a few minutes. Again, welcome. This is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. You have happened upon the stream that normally airs Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but this week is a little small change of plans. So again, I'll explain in just a few once we get more people in effect here. But welcome. It looks like we've got a bunch of people filing in right now. I was entertaining a few of you guys with some conversation in the lobby. As you guys saw, little Peepers was hanging out on the chair right by the window over there. I've just officially named the cat Peepers because I just think that just fits. So it works pretty nicely. I think somebody may have mentioned that the last time as well too there. I think that would just be a cute name for a cat. So if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up here in the chat. Chances are I'm not seeing anything to the contrary just yet. So I think we are okay. But great to see everybody on here. Hopefully you guys saw the advertisement for the stream all across social media a few hours ago, a little bit like, well, late afternoon. Hopefully you guys saw that, but naturally you guys are here now. So we're in effect. We've got 31 amazing peeps in the house here. It's actually much higher on my side. That'll probably jump as we go, but we will see what we shall see. And that's Cervantes looking frosty, Ian. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let's see who we've got here in the lobby from the top here to say hello. Tony A, thanks so much for jumping on. Randy Molina, Brian Rock Rail fan, I appreciate you jumping on as always. Thomas McDonald as well. Let's see, who else do we have here? We have got Annette Cervantes, Randy Molina again over there. Let's see, Ben Nguyen, thanks so much for jumping on. Appreciate you being here as well. Let's see, going on down the line. Freddy Foodie King, again, congrats on your 1,000th video, my friend. Positivity on deck as always. You already know what it is, man. Much love and happiness to you. Keep doing what you do. Freddy Foodie King in the house as always. My boy Chewy Chavez, Jesus Chavez, thanks so much for jumping on. Thanksgiving was pretty tasty. Let me just tell you, of course, we had the obligatory pictures on IG story showing what was being served there. I actually had a very, very nice visit with my uncle from New York, my mom's brother, which was a lot of fun, as well as some local family on my mom's side here as well too there. So if you guys are watching right now, shout outs to you guys. I love all of you. It was a lot of fun. Great times to be had for sure. And of course, the overindulgence of delicious food, naturally. My sister really knocked it out of the park. It's going to be very hard to top what she put together. And if you guys saw my IG story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We had homemade donuts. It was a crazy scene. It was a crazy scene. Although I was kind of wishing for a little mac and cheese, and I kind of gave my sister a little grief for that. But even though she says that's not really a thing for Thanksgiving, mac and cheese should have a holiday every single day as far as I'm concerned. So, but it was a good time, Chewy. I hope you guys had a great time as well. You guys have a lot to celebrate, obviously, this year with the little one on the way. So shout outs to you and Crystal for sure. Let's see, Angel Smith, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. We got a lot of people here filing in. Let's see who else we've got here. Dante Reed, Constance Cherry, I appreciate you as well. Look at everybody here. Ben Nguyen, yep, it's 8 p.m. now, just the same as when I did my homework. Nice, very cool, very cool. As always, guys, this replay is going to be available to you the very next day. So I have this one going up on Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I have a video that I shot earlier in the week that will be out most likely on Saturday for you guys. And I have a little bit of things I have to do on Sunday. I have a couple of things in the hopper. So if I can get something else done by Sunday, or maybe preferably Monday, you'll find another piece of content then. But there will be at least another review on the weekend, most likely on Saturday. I'm thinking it's pretty much almost finished already as well. Let's see here. Erna, thanks so much for jumping on. Yes, I appreciate you jumping on here right now. Always make sure you guys are into my social media, because you'll see me posting up on IG story, and then I kind of filtered that out to Twitter, to Facebook. There's no way that you guys could have missed that as long as you have those notifications turned on. So take a look at that for sure, and you'll see what was coming in as a last-minute breaking news situation. But we are going to be doing a review tonight. Robert H., thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you. And shout outs to you as well for being a patron as well. I appreciate that. Guys, you have all the multitudes of ways to support the channel, and Robert H. is obviously one of those peeps as well. Thank you for doing what you do for that, Robert, of course. Take a look down below in the description box. You'll find ways to donate to the channel should you wish to do so. Like I always say, I'm a one-man show, and basically everything you're seeing here is designed, put together, implemented by myself, you, yours, and truly. Me, myself, and I guess is another way to put it. Super chatting, of course, is always fun here in the chat if you decide to do that. But again, you guys will be official sponsors of the stream with your names and lights down below. So thank you. And I appreciate you guys every single day, naturally. It's always a blast putting this content out. and I have a lot of fun doing it. So really, really good times for that there. Drew's Food Reviews in the house. What's going on? We got double AA right there. And Freddie Foodie King, hit that like, brothers and sisters. I appreciate that. It is great to have you on here. Ben Nguyen, can't believe Thanksgiving I got one of the worst Mondays of my life. Wow, Ben, I'm sending out some shout outs and prayers to you right there, because naturally there are far more positive days than good days. So hopefully you are okay now. And because it's actually fresh in my mind, because I just said that right now, if you guys want to throw some prayer hands right now, because I know my mom is watching this as we speak. My aunt's in the hospital at the moment taking care of a few things that need to be taken care of, actually, because it's just what has to be done. But if you guys could maybe throw some prayer hands into the chat over here, that would help Mama Peeps out. It would help me out, and just put that positive energy out there as well too, that way, because especially around the holiday time, it's always a no bueno situation. If you have to do anything outside of celebrating with family and friends, that would be greatly appreciated. So to Mama Peeps watching here right now, I love you. It was great to spend time with you on Thanksgiving, of course, and everything will be fine, okay? Everything will be fine. So let's see here. Drew's Food Reviews. Orange, you glad you got the chicken? Yes, the orange Szechuan that came out. I filmed that earlier in the week. That was one of the ones that was earlier in the week. The other one you're going to see, I didn't know which one I was going to put out first, but I put out that one because I guess that one was the one that, obviously there was a story that came out about the orange Szechuan. But you'll see the other one that's something different. It's similar, but you'll see that one most likely on Saturday. That was actually filmed first, and then you saw the orange Szechuan, which I put out today. So it kind of backwards that way, but you won't know it when you see it because it is what it is. But let's see. All right, going on down over here. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, sorry I'm late. Didn't know today was the live stream. Yes, just the social media stuff that went out later, a little bit middle of the afternoon today, but thank you so much. And guys, I appreciate all those prayer hands coming up here right now. I know my mom is appreciating it as well too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Annette as well. Positive vibes to your family. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Sammy, hey, how you doing? Yes, let me just explain this here because I see Erna asking too. Just curious why you decided to stream tonight. I have actually some plans tomorrow night that I actually committed to, that I wanted to make sure, you know, when I did this, I didn't even think about what the schedule was when I was doing this. So I can't miss what I have to do on Friday night naturally, and I did not want to cancel the stream either at the same time. So that was the main reason for doing that there. Buzz7332, thank you so much for the first super chat donation of the evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Your name will be up here and down below in just a second. As always, I appreciate Buzz is always jumping in there. And Buzz, just so you know, I did hit up Donut Man a few nights ago, actually, on the way back from dropping off Mama Peeps after Thanksgiving and taking care of a few other things. There was another thing we did the next day that we ended up having to go back out. And then naturally on the way back, we stopped off at Donut Man. And would you believe they were out of Tiger Tails? I couldn't believe it. So I actually just got a glazed twist and called it a day, something close to that, you know, at the same time. But good times all across the board there as well. But again, Buzz, thank you so much for the super chatting donation as well. Of course, your name is down below always. You already know what it is. So, but anyway, that's the main reason for the change this week. I did not want to cancel the stream for this coming week, so I figured, you know what, let me do it a day early. It's the week right after Thanksgiving. We're all kind of coming back to ourselves a little bit. And then the following week, we'll be back to the normal schedule on Fridays there. So again, make sure you're tuned up on my social media on Instagram, as well as Twitter, as well as Facebook, if you're on that as well too that way. But most likely Instagram, you'll always see a story posted or something posted in there. And I made sure to make a regular post for you guys as well too. So a little bit later this afternoon. So let's see. Have you seen it? Great to see you back again. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Yes, absolutely. It was definitely a good time. Still working on, I guess, a few of the dessert leftovers that are there. But good times, of course. Let's see. Sammy, oh my goodness. I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that, man. I really wish nothing but good things for you and to those affected, obviously, there. Wow, that is a heartbreak. That is a heartbreak right there. I'm going to try and distract you a little bit for this next hour, naturally, guys. So we'll definitely do what we can to make sure we do that in there as well. So, you know, we'll see what we can do to try and alleviate that as well that way. But thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you guys for being here right now. Let's see, Drew, bummer, no donuts for you. Yes, but they had a beautiful selection of goodies right there, including the donut version of a cinnamon roll, which is just a regular glazed donut with cinnamon in there. I almost got that, but I was like, nah, I'll just do a twist. And that was it. So it was a good situation. Good situation. Annette, thank you so much for the follow. There you go. Yes, follow me on IG. Peep This Out Reviews at Peep This Out Reviews. Of course, you guys can definitely find that information down below. It's always in every one of my videos too. You guys can find it. The Hills, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm on you with Instagram over there. Thank you so much for jumping on, brother. I appreciate you. Dom's World's getting his booster next week. Very nice. Very, very cool. I haven't gotten mine just yet. Let's see, Constance Cherry. If so, what do you think? Let's see. Can you see Chuki Fanley? I do not know what that is. I do not know what that is. Larry Nguyen, Halal Guys is definitely on the docket at some point. I know I've been saying that for a while, but it's just a matter of getting over to a location. That's the main thing with scheduling. Even though they have one here locally in Pasadena, it's like one of these ghost kitchen things, and I don't really want that because visually, I want to have something that I can show for the restaurant like I always do, and that's the thing. Which, speaking of which, let's just jump into the content that we've had for this coming week already, because you guys may have seen a couple of fun things over here. Naturally, it's been a total, going all the way back here. Let's just recap slightly here. Jollibee is kicking off there. By the way, there's a few other those in the hopper, which I'm going to really stretch out for a little bit, because naturally I don't want to inundate you with Jollibee all at one time. I've been having a lot of fun with that. Naturally, we've got the Popeyes chocolate chip cookie, which was fun to check out, kind of a throwaway review. Around the same time as the mac and cheese when that was done. I tried to make that look a little different the same day, same clothing. Jollibee, we got the two-piece chicken joy, which was pretty awesome. That was just a lovely situation. I wanted to talk to you guys about that, but now that we have had that one out there into the wild, you guys should know it was very delicious, naturally. The gravy was primo. The saltiness wasn't nearly like I thought it was going to be. It was very good. Really, really tasty. And we've got Red Vine's gingerbread twists, actually. I had to order a block of those in order to do that review. You can't just order one at a time, naturally, I guess for shipping and that type of thing. So I kind of did something a little special with the remaining versions of that. There was like 7 or 8 packages. I have some to family, and then others to other people, which I'm not going to say too much about, because you may see certain things. So we'll just leave it at that for now. And then, guys, the return of the holiday pie. Definitely, I did not plan on doing that review yet again, because I don't really return to things that I've done before. But I did want to do it actually outside, and I wanted to do it during the day, because the first time I checked it out was actually a Cheaters Cam review back in 2018, I think it was. 2018 or 2017, around there. It was about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So that was fun to actually do right in front of McDonald's, which was a blast. I had some people kind of watching what I was doing. It was kind of funny, but a good time with that. And then naturally, there's been a few reviews filmed since that time. One of them that you saw actually that came out today, the orange Szechuan bone-in thighs, which was just a banging situation. My wife loved those, by the way. They were really, really tasty. I had a lot of fun doing that. And then the one that was filmed before that one, which you'll most likely see on Saturday, you'll see, I'll just leave that for that because we'll come back to it. So it's been a lot of fun content to really kind of round out November as well as starting December for you guys. So you've got a lot to look forward to this coming week, naturally, coming up there outside of the review for the weekend. And of course, here we are with a live stream review that we'll be doing in just a bit. So new content every single week. Yes, Annette, I see mango peach pie. That's definitely on the, I haven't filmed that one yet. There's some other stuff I filmed, but I definitely plan on doing that at some point for sure. And shout outs to you, to the Hills. You guys make sure to subscribe on over there. Of course, drop your handle in, brother. Let's get you moving along on Instagram as well. But good times, definitely good times. And again, Sammy, shout outs to you, man. I do apologize for, and I feel for you right now. It's not easy when you're going through things like that as well, and especially when it's so fresh. So let's just try and keep it positive. We'll definitely try and distract you as much as possible this hour. But just know that my heart's in the right place for you, as well as everybody here in the community. You know, you're part of a very fun community here on Peep This Out Reviews. And all the other content creators who are watching right now, definitely, if you want to make yourselves known here in the chat, say hello, say hi. A lot of the people who are here definitely watch you guys as well. And it is definitely a lot of fun to do. And shout outs to those who are actually here at the moment. I don't know if, I know Freddie Foodie King is in effect. Freddie, it's great to have you. Drew's Food Reviews, of course, as well. Michael Domeyer is in the house here as well, too. That way I'm seeing the names here again one more time. But for all of you guys, I appreciate you for jumping into the mix here. And again, a little bit impromptu this week, considering we're not streaming on that there for Friday this week, at least. Let's see here. Annette needs a McDonald's fix. Yeah, the quarter pounder with cheese is always a beautiful situation. The double is a lethal combination. It really is. It's very filling, but it's crazy. Holiday pie I've actually had 3 times already. It's really kind of a hard thing to pass up. And in the video I mentioned, you can just get a $1 drink and use the app and you get it for free. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It easily gets me over there. And it's really pretty tasty. I mean, 260 calories. I kind of fit that into my regimen a little bit every so often. It's not ultra sweet, but that custard vanilla cream filling that it's got is just really tasty with that sugar cookie outer crust. I mean, it's like I'm reviewing it again right now. It's just really, really good. Oh, good times. Maureen Descatato. Yes. I have a few things to catch up on in terms of some of my messaging. It's been crazy these last few weeks here, but yes, I'm well aware of the Mariah Carey menu. Apparently there's going to be some special deals, obviously daily throughout that time. Nothing specific, I think, for like the Mariah Carey meal, so to speak. But it's going to be fun to see what they do with that. You know, they're kind of liquidating or kind of diluting, I should say, the brand of those celebrity meals just a little bit by doing it so soon. But we'll see. Have to see there. Sammy, tomorrow is my sister-in-law's 2nd anniversary for marriage. Very nice. Congratulations. Shout outs to them for sure. This is the time to celebrate, obviously, during the holiday season. It's all good. Loose Chicken, are food apps worth it? I still don't use them. Of course. Wow. If you're not doing at least the Mickey D's one, you know, there's a lot out there you can get. Points and stuff towards free food. And, you know, it's crazy. Everything is being done mobilely now. Jackie Hero. Oh, no, it's not Friday. Small change of plans. I put it all across social media earlier this afternoon, I should say, or late afternoon, but earlier than the stream. So I didn't want to cancel the stream for this week because I want to always give back as much as I can to you guys. If I'm able to do it every week, believe me, I'm going to be doing it. And I usually do. Sometimes I miss it depending upon the schedule, but that's it. And yes, Annette, $1 large Coke or Diet Coke in my case, and you get a free pie or cookie. How could you not? That holiday pie is going to get destroyed daily throughout the season. That's all I have to say. Portal Player, what's going on? One thing I don't like is how freaking small the Mickey D's pies are now. Yes, they are shrinking them almost to nothing. Maybe that's why the calories are only 260 for one of those holiday pies. But I got to admit, like I said, that the sugar cookie coating it's got on the outside, it's off the chain. It's off the chain. Let's see. Howard Jones, Everlasting Love. Yes, that's a classic song right there. I need everlasting love. I need a friend and a lover divine. That's a classic song. Erna, just so you guys know, obviously the 80s aficionado when it comes to music. They're definitely up on it. She knows what's going on. Definitely knows what's going on. Jack in the Box app is the best app deals. Yes, they do have some awesome stuff as well. I don't need a Jack too often though. Once in a blue moon, but it's usually Mickey D's that I'm at more than anything. You guys who know me know that iced coffee is my vice, and I'm always over there getting the 99-cent iced coffees. I stopped doing that you buy 5 and get 1 free, that punch card, for a long time because I figured, you know what, it's $1, and that's pretty much it. You buy 5 drinks, it's $5. It's not horrible at all. So I'm using that pretty often. Jackie was busy editing and then went live, so I didn't see it. No worries. I hope I'm not overstepping anybody who may be streaming right now. This was just kind of a last minute thing, but I just wanted to kind of jump on just to make sure I actually came on this week and not obviously rush it. I couldn't do it for Friday because the plans I have are around this time tomorrow anyway, so there's no way I could have made it at the same time. Lord Darkside says, hey Annette, my sister, Mr. Mother, entire family. There we go. Really like Burger King 2 for $4 breakfast details. Drew, we still have the new we need the E&K meal with the Peeps McFlurry. Hey, I'm down with it. You guys want to start a grassroots effort and tag McDonald's on it? I will definitely reply to all of those. If you guys bomb social media with @McDonald's or one of those McDonald's handles, that would be awesome. Maureen Descatato, my fiance Michael is coming to here to San Diego. We're getting married this December. Oh wow, that's awesome! Shout outs to Maureen Descatato. If we want to have some celebration fanfare over here, that would be awesome too in the chat. Congratulations, Maureen. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes, James Morrison, just this week. But naturally, anyone who is missing this right now, which most of you guys are here anyway, you guys are having this the replay available to you on Friday at noon, so not to worry there. Terry Lim, love your channel. Thank you. I'm very humbled by your comment. I'm glad you're digging it. Lots of fun stuff. I really appreciate it, and a lot of good things, really, really fun things to share actually very soon. Regarding certain things. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, as the new year begins, which I've started preliminary work on my personal top 10 already. Let's see. Thulsu, I think that is. Hopefully I said that correctly. Let's see. This is my first time in a chat. Just subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. You have a ton of stuff to go through here on the channel. I have over 12, 13, 1,400 videos. It's a crazy amount of reviews. In a nutshell, brand new content every single week for the last 8+ years without fail. So you have a lot to look forward to in there. And Portal Player, yes, I'm a little nervous by that. They just had 1 case of the new variant actually discovered here in LA County today. And there was one in Minnesota earlier today that I heard, and then one actually in San Francisco, which is the first official case in the US. So it's just a matter of time, just a matter of just, making sure you guys do what you have to do. And if you travel out of the area, just, do what you have to for the next 9 days when you get back, and just, be careful. It's really, all we can do is just navigate. We can't change the motion of the ocean. We can just adjust our sails. So if some of the waters are going to be rough, we just got to do what we got to do and get by. That's all we have to say about that. Although I do have to admit the name is a little ominous. I really don't like the way it sounds. It's a Greek letter, a Greek name or something like that too. So that's what they've been doing. So Min Lee, what's going on? I'm doing okay. Hopefully you guys are all satisfied after your Thanksgiving holiday, of course. Naturally, it's been a very, very fun few days. Erna, Paula Abdul, straight up tell you how that's a classic song as well. Absolutely. But Min Lee, thanks so much for jumping on. What's going on, Saber fan? What it be, what it do? You already know what it is. Lord Darkside, congratulations. Maureen Teller, thanks. Great. You guys are having all this stuff in here as well. That's awesome. See, this is what I'm talking about, the camaraderie and the community factor of what we've got going here, guys. You're really part of a really fun community. Yes, I'm just the average Joe reviewing food here on YouTube. Just doing it the way that I like to do it. But the camaraderie and the family and togetherness that we have here in these chats here on live stream is always a big bonus. So a lot to look forward to there. I always look forward to this. Ben Nguyen, our Jollibees have spicy chicken on the menu. Yes, they do have actually a spicy Jollibee, or spicy chicken joy that they call it, which I saw, which came out shortly after I started finished filming my reviews, with the exception of the peach pie. But at the same time, peach mango pie. They have another banana pie that's on there too, which is new. Langa, I think it was. Langa banana, something like that. But yes, they do have some spicy chicken on there. And I actually almost did the spicy version of the regular chicken joy, because you have the option with that. There's something different about this new one. But I definitely wanted to try just the original version, just to kind of get the actual taste of what it is, and without masking it with any type of spice or anything. And I was pretty surprised. It wasn't nearly as spicy, or as salty, as I should say, as I thought it was going to be, considering it's fried chicken. Terry Lim, yes, I have a fast food sauce drawer in my kitchen. Of course, we all do. Although I keep mine in the fridge. Actually, all of mine are in kind of like the butter handle thing that you have on the very top on your door. I kind of have that whole top row is all with sauces of various places there. Although it's probably time to recycle if I haven't had them in a few months. I'm not sure what the shelf life is on those. Anything that goes longer than like a couple of months, you probably just want to chuck it. Because they don't really have expiration dates, if you notice, on those sauces, and that's kind of scary to me. Just a little bit. What are they using to preserve it? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Annette, any plans for Christmas? Yes, actually, my sister's moving into a new house, and I'm actually going to be staying there for a few days. So I'm going to be doing a lot of filming early on to get a few things done. So I have a few things scheduled, because I have to actually help set some things up there around that time. She's actually moving in about a week, and then I'm going to be actually staying there for a few days. Setting some things up, the internet stuff, and getting everything technically online. And then it's going to be fun there, actually staying overnight and then getting up the next morning. And it should be a lot of fun. And of course, the schedule, I may even stream from there. Who knows? It should be interesting. I mean, the signal's pretty solid, but once we have the internet set up, she's actually set up with the same internet package that I have here. So she's going to be blazing over there. So I may actually stream from there. I'll see if we can do that. I think that'd be kind of fun. At the same time, I'll have a little Winston the Wonder Pup. We'll have the dog, and it'll be a nice change of scenery for you guys. I think I'll probably do that. Actually, I'll see what I can do. But let's see. Anytime, Ben. Anytime. Terry Lim, how often do you eat fast food versus sit down versus cook at home? Actually, whenever I eat fast food, it's usually what you see me review, and it's usually a few bites of it. Outside of that, if I do go for something, it's usually El Pollo Loco. I go to McDonald's for my iced coffees. And that's pretty much it. Dunkin', I get my iced coffees as well, and then I just either make stuff here, or primarily just kind of keep a semi-lean diet. I mean, I'm pretty much the same body weight since college, so there's really been no change with that. But whenever I review, naturally, that's my kind of the time to enjoy myself a little bit. That's kind of the main thing there. So I know how to kind of balance that a bit, but naturally, doing fast food every single day is not a good look. It's not good for you, naturally, because of what's in it. It's always fun to check out. But you got to pace it. And if you guys notice, unless it's part of what I'm getting, there's never a combo reviewed on my channel unless it's part of like the package. And usually that's because of either Wingstop, which comes with fries, or naturally Jack in the Box, which they usually have promotions as well that way. So very little actually outside of that. Although I do have to admit, Friday nights is kind of a little bit more outside of that because I like In and Out. And once in a while, Mickey D's, I'll get a quarter pounder, but I really balance it out at the same time. You have to do that. Let's see. Very cool. All right, Jackie. She's jumping onto the iPad. Double A, peep this out. You number one. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Portal, I don't think you should be scared of Omicron. Let's see, the symptoms are very mild and low hospitalization. We are going to see about how that's going to go. Naturally, it's just another variation of what is, and actually, that's not a good thing either. So we'll just have to see how we go here. CK, what's going on? First started watching you when you did CraveCon stream. Any word on future collabs with Ken Dominic and Dame in the future or CraveCon 2022? I don't know about CraveCon coming up, but possibly the other stuff that you mentioned. That would be kind of cool. So I've been talking to Ken here and there, so naturally we'll see what happens. It's all a matter of getting back to, doing those live in-person reviews. I think those are really, really special. Otherwise, they're just shout-out videos and that type of thing where we're all shouting each other out and we're working on something interesting, whether we're reviewing two different things within the same company. But of course, that stuff is always available to do. But yes, I would like to getting back to normal, I should say, and it would be great to do that. I had a lot of fun with those reviews back in the day. And yes, CraveCon holds a special place in my heart because it was a lot of fun to go check that out there, the first of its kind, and a fun experience. It was definitely a fun experience, for sure. All right, another few things here, and we'll jump into something to take a look at because it's something that I came across here, which I think should be pretty entertaining for you guys, especially if you know me and you know what to expect from me here before we get into the review. Minley, I'm sorry, and I got to get to sleep. I'll come back and talk to you again. No problem. I appreciate you, man. This is actually going to be replayed for you guys, available live. Well, the live replay, I should say, on Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. Let's see. I buy ghost peppers. This is from Thulsu. Buy ghost peppers online during seasons and freeze them and then make sauces with them. There you go. Hey, that sounds pretty good. That'll keep you a little warm during the holiday season here, the winter season coming up. Terry Lim, with inflation and prices going crazy, what do you consider a fair price for a good meal at a fast food place for one person? 7, 10, or 12? Considering where I live, any type of combo price of any type is usually close to like $10, $12 anyway, which really doesn't feel like fast food anymore because fast food used to be really cheap. But at the same time, the quality tends to be a little bit better in certain places than others. So I would probably err towards maybe 10 or 12 on average there. Anything that's in 7, Chick-fil-A, that type of thing you can probably get away with. Well, even Chick-fil-A is getting up to like the $8, $9 range as well. So let's just keep it $10 because that seems to be, with inflation right now, that seems to be what it is in that ballpark range. So we'll see. All right. So as you guys are getting down over here, you guys are all chatting away in there. Annette, are you going to dress up as Santa for the Christmas stream? Hey, we'll have to see. Maybe at least a hat or something like that. Michael Domayer just gave it away, but I might as well jump right on into it, guys, because before we get into the review, we're taking a look at another addition to the Masters of the Universe Origins line. This one here is the Eternian Palace Guard. This is actually originally a Motu Classics character that actually is available in Origins, done in the retro style. So this actually was never available back during the original run for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe back in the early 80s. But they're doing it now, and I gotta say, it looks really cool. Kind of looks like Man-at-Arms, actually. He's got the actually extra head and the armor, so you can essentially make a Man-at-Arms figure with this as well. But very cool. Again, the artwork is stunning on here. They look really cool, and I really hope that they actually make these figures over here. I don't know who these people are, or this race of skeletons, as evil souls, but I would love to see a character based upon that. Usually what you see in these, the artwork, is typically what you'll see down the line at some point as a figure, hopefully. They're kind of giving you a preview. And on the back of it, just to show you here, there it is. As the first line of defense, the Eternian Palace Guards protect King Randor and Queen Marlena from outside-in threats. Very, very cool. And it really is cool. Modernizing and celebrating the original 1980s Masters of the Universe action figures. The Origins gives you the power to pose Eternian's greatest warriors in retro figures, action-packed battle positions. So really, really cool. And of course, they're showing all the characters here. Try and keep that as focused as possible. All of these guys from the current wave that they're advertising here. And they show you what it looks like to put these on. But very, very cool in terms of what this is. And again, just a very slick looking look. And as you can see, That's Man-at-Arms without the mustache from the 80s, actually, before the character in the Filmation show had the mustache. And then that's actually a cool-looking visored version head for the Palace Guard right there. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. Eternian Palace Guards with this one here. So really, really nice. And obviously in the back, you're probably noticing up on top, you probably can see it, Castle Grayskull up over here. And the creme de la creme is actually right there, PowerCon exclusive. That's Faker and Faker and Duplicat, actually. So it's kind of like the Battle Cat Doppelganger and He-Man Doppelganger together, PowerCon exclusive. Very, very hard to get that one, actually. It's going for crazy prices on eBay right now. Oh, and CK, what was your Holy Grail item? You collect this? Yes, that's actually the one I just mentioned right there, the PowerCon exclusive for sure. In there. So I have every single thing for the Masters of the Universe Origins line that's out right now. I just don't have Wave 6, which is actually on a Big Bad Toy Store that's waiting to be sent to me. It's in my pile of loot. I'm just waiting to kind of collect things together to have one mass shipment. But everything is current and up to date. So I'm ready to go for all the new stuff there. Let's see. Erna, do you know Luther Vandross, The Power of Love? Yes, classic song as well. Another classic song. Yes, the original He-Man series when I was a kid. You guys already know. You already know. Oh, let's see. Terry Lim, if you were ever to open a franchise, what chain would you choose? Well, I'd probably do In-N-Out because they are slammed all the time. So that's the cash cow right there, to be honest. Plus, I'd probably be eating it so much. I would not get sick of that, personally, for me. Actually, you know what? Let me pose you a question. If you had to have just one particular, like, just forget about nutrition, forget about what's bad for you. If you had to live on one particular fast food for the rest of your life, you can only eat one particular version of fast food, what would it be? What would it be, and maybe why, actually, if you want to put that in over there? I'm very curious. If you want to put an emoji for what it is so I can jump out and see what it is, you're more than welcome to do that too. James Morrison, Skeletor versus Michael Myers. Who wins? Easy. Michael Myers. Michael Myers. Let's see. Annette Cervantes, In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A? Yes, there you go, Annette. You already know. I just saw that right there. You know. Missy Smith, you know the OP live streams I go. I do not know. I do not know. McDonald's all day, every day? No, no, no. Well, you know, for the basics of McDonald's is worldwide. I get it. I get it. Okay, so that, you know, for what it is. Fries? Erna would say she'd want to eat fries. KFC for Ben? CK, McDonald's fries, the holy grail of fast food. In-N-Out for pure quality. Terry Lim, good choice there. My answer I'll tell you in just a second here. Drew, In-N-Out, Ian K. Special Burger. There is actually something else, believe it or not. It wouldn't be a burger. It wouldn't be In-N-Out that I want to eat for the rest of my life, believe it or not. Let's see. I'll tell you as soon as I see some more choices here. The Sulu, if I could change toppings, Domino's. Very nice. Misty, oh, and for your question, mine would have to be McDonald's. Okay, all right. Luke Johnson. Ian, are you planning on peeping out McDonald's Christmas deals with Mariah Carey? We'll have to see exactly what they are, to be honest. I don't know what they are just yet, or what it exactly entails. But obviously, she's pushing it and endorsing it, so we'll have to see what they do with that. So we shall see. We shall see. I haven't felt the need to reach out to my contacts to ask them, what is this? So we'll have to see what it is. We'll have to see. Chad says Taco Bell Burrito Supreme Steak. Nice. Portillo's is pretty good. Yes, Terry Lim, they are actually. I think there's one out closer to Knott's Berry Farm, actually. I think I was at that one a while back. Lord Darkside, Popeye's tenders with fries, also BK chicken fries. Very cool. Very cool. Larry Nguyen, can you tell Ben Nguyen that he is not my brother? I think you just put that out there, Larry. I think you just put that out there. It's all good. Well, for me, if I had to pick one particular thing to eat, fast food wise, it'd probably be just straight up pizza. I got to tell you, I mean, I am a huge, huge fan of pizza. I love pizza in all shapes, forms, sizes, thin crust, thick crust, stuffed crust, you know, anything like that. And granted, I don't think I can get used to not having it. Wow, your chat is freaking out there. It's catching up right there. There we go. Almost up there. Looks like everything is jumping in. Very cool. It is catching up. Yes, pizza. New York style, preferably. I'm from New York, and that pizza is the bomb. There is just no other way to explain it. It really is its own unique thing, and it's just amazing. Amazing. Love pizza. You can fold it, you can roll it, you can make it, you know, so many different things. Just all of that stuff. All of that stuff. Dom's World. Dom, what it do? In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A for me? Yes, those are all great choices, believe me. And Chick-fil-A for chicken sandwiches, definitely pretty nice. I always find myself coming back to that outside of the Popeyes one on occasion too, which I like. But at the same time, definitely. Alyssa, we've been hooked on Papa John's bacon pizza after you reviewed it. Yes, I had fun doing that before it came out. Alyssa, good stuff. Yeah, definitely good stuff with that. Those strips of the bacon on there, straight out fire, right? I mean, they're really, really good. Really, really good. Terry Lim, the fold. Yes, you can make a stromboli out of it. You can make some pizza in so many different ways and make it good. There's just something about the doughiness of the cheese along with the doughiness and that softness and almost the pseudo wetness of the dough. It sounds pretty gross, I know, but the melted cheese on top of it is just so good. It's just so good. Drew, come on, you know it's got to be Subway every day. Oh God, that would be purgatory. That would be purgatory. That would be pure purgatory, Drew. But I appreciate you going there. That's too funny. Carlos Bustamante usually eats pizza on Fridays mostly. That's usually kind of like the beginning of the weekend. If you notice, that's when you usually see your ads from Little Caesars in your email box, you know? Always promoting like the, you know, 5 off or free 2 liter of something, you know, when you get a pizza, that type of thing. Terry Lim, do you like pizza well done? Yes, I do actually. I prefer it a little bit crispier on the bottom. The cheese to be a little bit crispier as well. But then again, I do like the pseudo soft style as well, with the cheese just kind of dripping. The whole thing is kind of flopped over. Costco pizza is kind of a guilty pleasure once in a while for that reason. Cinnabon Bites and Mac and Cheetos are fire from CK. Yes, those are all good. Hey, Cinnabon in general is awesome. That stuff is, the gooey centers on those are awesome. Let's see here. Misty Smith, excited for my birthday tomorrow. Misty, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Misty. I know you didn't ask me to do this, but I'm doing it anyway for you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday cakes in the chat, guys. Birthday cakes in the chat right before we start the review here in just a second. That would be awesome. Shout outs to Misty. I'm not going to ask you your age, but you are lining yourself up for another trip around the sun. So that is a beautiful situation right there. Congratulations, Misty, and happy birthday to you. Health, happiness, and success always, like I always say for those. Tony A, calzones are good too. Yes, the big ones from New York is the best way to do it. You already know. You already know. Oh, here come the cakes. Here come the cakes. The cake army is in effect here right now. That's so cool. Carlos Bustamante, my favorite pizza is What a Lot of Pizza. There are 2 locations, I believe. One is by my house. Wow, if I had a place like that close to my house, I would be loving that. That's awesome. Shout outs. That's awesome. That is awesome. Look at all these dessert treats that are not putting an ounce of fat in our bodies all over the chat right over here. You guys already know what's up. You should be giving yourselves a round of applause right now. Clap emojis, because you are bringing that positivity and happiness into the universe. All of the stuff that you guys are typing that is putting that positivity out, trust me, that comes back to you tenfold. So beautiful situation right there. Larry, what's your favorite pizza? Papa John's pizza, Pizza Hut, or Little Caesars? Wow, you know, they each do something really tasty, but if I'm gonna choose between, I don't really get Pizza Hut too often, although I like the Edge Pizza, hashtag unsponsored, okay, just to tell you that right now, even though I did do something for them like that. I do like that pizza, it's tasty, and the stuffed crust is pretty good. But honestly, I think Pizza Hut, between all of those, I'm gonna go with Papa John's, because I find myself getting that every so often. Outside of that, if I'm gonna be basing it off of those 3, Little Caesars, I love the lunch special, but I don't get it as often, although once in a while. But Papa John's, I'm a fan of their garlic sauce. That garlic sauce is amazing. So that's what really does it for me right there. Oh, Dom's World, there we go with the hats. We got the hands clapping. Very cool. Man, it is just celebrating here right now. You guys are on it. You guys are on it with everybody. All right, guys, I'm going to hit the intermission button for a quick second here. I got to grab what I'm going to review for you guys. And then I'm going to be back in just a second over here right now. Let's see. Best dessert from a fast food. Wow. Ooh, that's a loaded one. I'm probably going to say, and it's seasonal because it's hard to say it's not. I mean, I love the pumpkin cream pie from Mickey D's, and naturally the holiday pie as well. So those are because of the seasonal ones. The seasonal stuff always rules because of what they do. On its own, outside of that, ooh, I would probably say a McFlurry. I would say the McDonald's McFlurry. You guys can fight me on that. If you guys are going to fight me with a particular flavor, I'm cool with it. But I'd probably say that particular one. The McFlurry for sure. Yes, Terry Lim, there it is. There it is. You already know what it is. Terry Lim, garlic sauce just for the crust and the whole pizza slice. I would say across the board because that stuff is like gold. It's liquid gold. On the crust, on the cheesiness, whatever you get there. I had so much fun checking that stuff out. Every time I do, it's always got to be the garlic dipping sauce. It's always good stuff. And yeah, Shakey's is actually good, Double A. I see you there. Their Bunch of Lunch special is actually pretty good as well, but it's a little bit too yeasty for me, if I can say it that way. The thin crust, it's got a little bit more of like a yeasty type of situation when it comes to the actual dough that they use. Wendy's Frosty, okay, is pretty good too, CK. All right, I probably should have said that too. But naturally, I reviewed the McFlurry in all shapes and fashions over the years more than anything. So McFlurry for me, I think is good, even though I love to stay frosty with it. You know what I'm saying? It's still pretty tasty. All right, and yes, Domino's chocolate lava cakes were awesome as well. Yes, that definitely is something true. Very decadent, very rich. And of course, that marbled cookie was pretty banging also. There's a lot of good stuff over there. And you guys are all jumping in with it right now, too. There we go. We got a lot of great choices. You guys are not only making me hungry, which I can't wait for a little bit of dinner after this, but I think everybody here in the chat, I think, can agree is going to be a little bit hungry as well. So, all right, intermission. Give me like not even less than 30 seconds. I will be right back. And with that, don't go nowhere. Be right back. All right, there we go. I see CK counting down. I see what you're doing there. That is too funny right there. Look at that. 23, 22, 20. That is too funny. You were going to hold me to that too. That's pretty hilarious right now. That is pretty hilarious. Okay, let me set this up over here so that way this is covered just in case. This is going to be kind of funny. And yeah, good looking out, CK. Good looking out. No pressure. No pressure at all. That is too funny right there. Let's see. Ben Nguyen, this reminds me of the picture because of the Madden curse from EA. That's a real thing, apparently. All right. If you guys are ready for the holiday season, give me a Santa head. Give me a Santa head emoji right here in the chat. And we'll get this started over here because this is going to be pretty interesting. I've been waiting a week to try this, so this is going to be interesting. And I don't do too many of these, so this should be kind of fun. And I think this is the perfect time to do it naturally, right here live with you to give you the impression here. Michael Domeyer jumps in, the first one with Santa. Let's see how many Santas we have here. Let's see. Drew says it's a holiday themed item. You are correct. I kind of gave that away though, Drew. I know you're still clairvoyant, but I think I gave that away just a little bit. All right, we got plenty of Santas in effect, but you know what? Just like any kind of mall Santa where you can go and have your picture taken, we don't know which one is the real one. So which one is the real Santa out of this group? Which one could possibly be it? Because they all look a little different. Which one is the real one? We'll have to see what we have to do over here. So there we go. All right, we got plenty of the Santas in effect. Okay, guys, I don't do drinks too often, but when I do, you know, it's kind of like when I don't drink too often, but when I do, I get Dos Equis or something like that. But this looked very interesting, and I had a lot of trouble finding this because you guys know whenever I get stuff around my neck of the woods here, a lot of market stuff, a lot of certain things that you see like chip-wise, drink-wise, you know, it's really kind of sporadic in terms of what shows up in our area. That's why. So that's why I don't really do too many things with this. But I definitely wanted to check and see what this was. And obviously Michael Domeyer just guessed what it is right there. Mountain Dew Gingerbread Snapped. And I'm very curious to see. This thing is loaded with sugar. I already know it's going to be loaded with sugar because I'm seeing it right here. Guys, 73 grams of carbs, 72 from sugar, okay? This is more than it's like literally almost like 2 Cokes. Well, Coke is like maybe 50 grams of sugar. But this just looks, the labeling just looks pretty awesome on it here. So let me see if I can try and focus that just a little bit more. We had it, hopefully. I'm working on a different camera possibly soon here because I'm trying to keep the focus in. Okay, there it is. One more time. Gingerbread, there it is. Do with a blast of artificial gingerbread flavor. They don't even pull any punches with this. It's straight up artificial gingerbread. So interesting. But the thing that's really cool about this is if you look at it, it's got like a cloudy appearance to it. I mean, it's like a frosted, cloudy appearance. It's not clear at all. Now, I have a clear glass I'm going to pour this into. But I really, when I saw this sitting in the freezer case, I was really tripping out. Like, wow, this is actually, it's got like a frosty look to it. I mean, I like the way it looks. It looks really cool. So, I don't know. Gingerbread, I mean, Mountain Dew, I know what Mountain Dew tastes like. But then again, Mountain Dew has like a brominated oil. It's something that gives it its unique taste. And actually, the texture is a little bit more of a thicker type of soda. But gingerbread, now that's the thing right there. But very cool in terms of the label. It just looks really cool. I mean, look at that. You got a little gingerbread action. They look extremely happy to be high on sugar. Look at that. He's like, yeah, look at him. He's ready to go. He's ready to just like hit you with a snowball. 270 calories. But look at this madness here. Look at that. 73 grams of carbs, 72 grams in there as well. Dulsulu, wait, so what you're tasting is not actually gingerbread spices? I don't even know what this is going to be. I got to be honest. I don't know what to expect from this. I saw Trav Tries do this, I want to say a couple of weeks ago. I have not watched a single review of this because I wanted to try this for myself and see how this was going to do. I haven't done any of the voodoo ones, the ones that you have to guess the flavor. But this just looks cool. And it reminds me of Krampus a little bit here with these little evil gingerbread cookies and stuff like that. They just look cool. It looks really, really cool. So we're going to give this a shot. I'm going to crack it from the bottle. Naturally, I like having regular soda from a glass bottle because I think the taste is better. It's just overall a better experience if you have like the Mexican Cokes. I've reviewed a whole bunch of that stuff in the past. But this should be pretty interesting. So we're going to get this going and give this a shot. And you're not going to see any fizz coming on the very top of this here. But let's go for the aroma test first. And then I'm going to take a sip. And then we'll pour it into this glass. And we'll see how we do with this here. What? It's got a gingerbread vibe. That's crazy. I don't want to say it's like medicine-y, but it's got like a little bit like a, it's kind of hard to describe, but almost like a pumpkin pie-ish type of cinnamon medicine-y type of vibe I'm getting from this. It's crazy, but wow. How much sugar from Juan? 73 grams of carbs, 72 is sugar. But let's just give this a shot, guys. I'm very excited to give this a go. I'm definitely going to be taking this very sparingly to taste it. But gingerbread snapped, a dew with a blast of artificial gingerbread flavor right here. Let's give this a go. Mountain Dew gingerbread snapped here on Peep This Out Reviews. Let's peep this out. God. Hold on one second. Hold on. Oh, that's gross. That is gross, dude. God. Hold on. I'm going to break this down for just a second. This is a joke. I mean, seriously, hold on. Let's try this. All right. It is definitely made to look this way, straight out. Robert H., I appreciate the supercharged donation there because this is a waste of $1.79. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll tell you why in a second. Let me just try it from a glass. Oh, no. It starts off very bland, and then you get like it is a fake gingerbread feel to it. It's not Mountain Dew at all. This is not Mountain Dew at all. Yeah, no. That is gross. I am sorry. Whoever test marketed this, needs to be shot. I'm sorry. That is just not good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 2, only because it's cold. And that's the only reason. But the flavor, first of all, it's not ultra sweet. I'm not really getting that overabundance of sweetness like I expected it. 73 grams of carbs. This is probably one of the highest sodas I have ever had in my life, ever. And it's literally, it's got almost like a pasty feel. I mean, that it's giving me afterwards here, because obviously I've swallowed some of this here as well. Very light on the gingerbread. It's a bland type of sensation that you kind of get from it, and a little bit of a hint of gingerbread, but then it's weak. It's not, oh, I don't have anything except regular warm water to wash this with. It kind of helps, but yeah, this is completely whack. This is getting dumped. Sorry, this is not good. I'm very curious to see a few reviews of this, because this is pretty disgusting. I'm just being real with you guys. I do not like this at all. That is disgusting. So we're gonna call it a day with Mountain Dew. I'm gonna stick with the regular Dew, Baja Blast naturally. Any of that, Baja Blast Zero. Major Melon I haven't tried though. Maybe I should try. You guys think I should try Major Melon? If you guys want to see Major Melon here on the channel, I'd be curious to try that. And if you think I should do Major Melon, should I do the regular or the Zero? Because I saw that in the store. I'm almost tempted to, because I think this needs to be redeemed. That is just garbage. This is garbage, guys. Don't fall for this. I do not recommend this at all. That is disgusting. 73 grams of carbs. You can keep that. You can keep that. Keep it. That's all I have to say. Oh, Terry Lim, do you usually drink regular or diet sodas? Typically a little bit of both, but mostly zero sugar preferably. I mean, diet is okay, but you know, Major Melon. Okay, do the Zero. Lesser, yes. Straight mierda on that one. Sorry. I hate to say that in that word, but it is garbage or basura. Trash, definitely. Not a good look. Not a good look. That is very, very nasty. I would not put 73 grams of that type of sugar in my body. I'm sorry. Not good. All right, Major Melon Zero. I'm gonna have to look into that. Frostbite, yes, that's actually pretty good as well. But yeah, that was really felt gross as soon as I took a shot of it. Yes, I don't know how that actually got onto the shelves. I don't get this. It is really, I mean, it's almost like kind of like up there with one of those Lester's fixing sodas that you get at like those novelty shops. And that's one that I reviewed back in the day. It was like a bacon soda or something like that. This is a joke. I mean, it's a holiday thing. It is what it is. Naturally, I think they have like a holiday brew or a certain thing that they do. I may have to try maybe one of those just to try. But yeah, I mean, this is, oh God, come on. Stick with regular Mountain Dew. It is what it is. Not a good look with that. Not a good look. Larry Nguyen, have I tried Code Red? Yes, a while back though. That was a while back. Jay Loomis, Thrashed Apple is amazing. Okay, all right. Major Melon is better. Okay, I'll look into that. I'll look into that. It's like I said, maybe there's a reason this one was so hard to find, because honestly, I was not feeling the selection. They only had maybe 4 or 5 of them in the refrigerated case, and all the rest with like Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, that type of thing. But I like the packaging. Like I said, it really got me when I saw the packaging with this. The labeling looks nice, and like I said, I'm getting that Krampus vibe there, and I really like that. You know, I just think it looks really cool, but it's a garbage flavor. It just doesn't have the essence of what a Mountain Dew is. And then when you get that blandness initially, and you feel like as you're swallowing it, the flavor is just not really there, and it's like it doesn't really taste like anything except a little hint of something there, and then you have pastiness in your mouth. So I can't explain it any better than that. It's just, you know, a Dew with a blast of artificial gingerbread flavor. No, there's no blast of anything except nastiness. It's just, it is what it is. Blast of nastiness in your mouth. That's what it is. All right, enough of that. Let's see here. I don't drink Red Bull, Larry Nguyen. No. Let's see. It's probably a seasonal draw, limited quantity to sell for the holidays. Absolutely. And I fell for it, and that counts as a sale for them. It is what it is. Do the Dew, says Freddy Foodie King, but do the real Dew. None of these offshoots are some of the ones that you know are going to be pretty decent. The Major Melon, obviously, that's a new regular flavor. So we'll have to see. And yes, the carbonation was a little light. Tony, good point on that there. Carbonation was definitely a little light. Juan Martinez just subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much for jumping on. And to all my super chatters too down below over here, Robert H, we have Buzz7332, anyone who may have donated on PayPal, which doesn't take anything from you to do that. I'll have to take a look after the fact. Of course, your names will be down below if that is the case. As always, I greatly appreciate the love and support, guys. Like I said, you guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate your thoughtfulness with that too. So thank you. Let's see. Tony A, it's why I love your reviews. You give the honest truth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, chances are I'm going to kind of like what I'm reviewing because I'm looking forward to reviewing what I'm about to eat or taste, because it's usually just a combination of a protein, a carb, and a sauce. It's all just the marketing, which is fun. But with certain things, like I said, it is what it is. But very rarely am I disappointed with things. But unfortunately, you know, this is just straight out garbage. I mean, I hate to keep coming back to it, but $1.79 not well spent on this. I mean, just to satisfy my curiosity, it's well spent. But if this comes back again next year, I will not be touching this unless they call it something else and it becomes something else. But if you notice, this color, they've used this type of frost color with a lot of other different variations of the drinks. It just shows you how they engineer it with flavor and then put like a label on right there. It's really kind of smart with how that works. But unfortunately, no bueno. It is what it is. So good times, good times. But guys, it's hard to believe it's already up on the hour, coming up here soon here, and I can't wait to get into some dinner right now. I got to tell you, it's very busy these last few weeks. I had a lot of family, like I said, that was in town for the holidays and doing a lot of the stuff that I do on the side. But it was great to spend time. We'll have to see what we can do. Coach, I would love to do Firehouse. I don't have one that's super close to me. That's the only reason that you haven't seen them on here as well. But I hear a lot of good things about Firehouse for sure as well. Maybe get some few sandwich reviews maybe into the new year if something is available, to try and change it up just a little bit too that way. So we'll have to see. But guys, officially the start of the end of the year. It's kind of crazy here. I'm kind of trying to decide when I'm going to be putting out my top 10, probably maybe the last week of December, maybe like around between the 20th and obviously the end of the month. I'll probably consider putting out something then at the same time. Yes, Thulsu, I mean, Southern California, Pasadena area. Let's see. So we'll have to see about that. But that's always something that I know it's, I don't look, you know, as to putting something out to have like a huge amount of views. I like putting out the top 10s because I've been doing it since actually a long time actually. So I like just putting it out there because I don't want to break that tradition. But I like putting it out just to kind of go with what's out there. So I usually like to look at what I put out for each month of the year, and I kind of, you know, chunk it down from there. I was always putting out the most popular videos in terms of the views that YouTube told me. But then again, it really didn't do justice to some of the newer videos closer towards the end of the year that may not have generated so many views yet. So I decided, you know what, let me just listen to what the people want. And some of you were saying, what are your personal favorites out of the group? So that's what I started doing. And that's what we're going to continue to do going forward with that. So looking forward to seeing what's going to be the selection for this year. There's been a lot of great things that have come out. So and naturally, I can't believe it's already the end of the year and I'm doing one of those again. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So we'll see. Misty, what are you planning on getting for Christmas? You know what? Nothing crazy. I really don't have anything super. I just want to see my channel continue to grow, to see the subscriber base continue to go up. Wishing nothing but health, happiness to everybody, anyone and everyone, I should say. I really don't have anything that I really need or that I want material-wise. You know, as long as I have my stuff that I can build my content with and naturally go from there, I'm pretty basic with these things. But considering the way what we've been dealing with for the last couple of years now, I just want to kind of continue to navigate and get through and get, you know, make sure everything is as healthy as it can be. I want to get back to normal. That's really what I want, to be honest. I want to be able to go outside without a mask and not have to worry about it. I really, really miss that. So, you know, without getting too emotional about that as well, I think I can speak for a lot of you guys that want to do that as well. And the only way we're going to do that is if we actually listen to what we got to do and just keep each other as safe as possible and let this thing burn out and just not have anywhere to go and not change anymore. So that way it becomes more of an issue and like it won't go away. So, you know, that's the type of thing. That's the type of thing. Without going further with it, that's pretty much how I feel about that. Terry Lim, were you ever a big eater? When I was a kid, I was a pretty overweight kid. So yes, I was. That was when I was much younger, though. At the same time, as you get older, you have to watch that just a little bit. And yes, Juan Martinez, the pizza holiday box is back. I did that triple treat box. I want to say that was last year, I think it was, or the year before. But do a search on YouTube, you'll find it. I did all of those in my car, believe it or not. And that was a lot of fun to do and very difficult to do at the same time. I've got a Honda Accord, so naturally, I mean, I have enough front space and everything like that to do everything, but that was just fun to try and, you know, prop up on boxes and all that stuff there. So Code Double Q, how's it going, man? Love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that greatly. Definitely, if you guys haven't subscribed already, you should be doing so. Brand new content every single week. You already know what it is. You and me, brother, miss going out without masks. Those are yes. I'm telling you, that's out of habit now. It is what it is. It really is what it is. Have you seen, had the Wendy's Big Bacon Cheddar Cheeseburger with a side of fries, Coke, a drink? Well, that sounds good. That's always an awesome situation. You already know. Michael Bowton, how am I supposed to live without you? Yes. #1 hit from '89. Erna is right up on it. You already know. Let's see. Thilsa, I was overweight when I was young, but unfortunately I still am. There are things that you can do to help you with that, though. Again, it's all about balance. But I wish nothing but success for you in those balance journeys. Excuse me, for sure. Definitely for sure. Man, it's such a bad aftertaste. Garbage. So bad. Yes, the end of the stream is upon us already, Lord. It's crazy, I know. But we'll be back to our regular schedule for next week. So naturally, it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Going down the line. Kodak, just realized you don't have a ton of subs. Actually, we're about halfway to 36,000 right now. So depending upon what you may deem as a lot of subs, believe me, I am very happy. I mean, naturally, more is always better. But I can't believe how much time has gone by and the people that are part of the community. And all the views that come from a lot of people, believe it or not, who aren't even subscribed, which is kind of crazy. But if you guys want to definitely share the content out, grassroots effort always helps to build the channel. You already know. 562 area code. Definitely Juan Martinez. You already know. Not too far away. That's awesome. I'm up here in Pasadena. Good times, good times. Let's see. Good times across the board. Okay. So guys, with that, we're going to round this one out here really quick. And again, we have got a lot of fun stuff coming up this week there. And yes, Alyssa, I have tried the loaded cheddar goodies over there. Always take a look at the search field on YouTube. Just type in what it is that you think I may have reviewed or may not have. You never know. And just put peep this out after it. And chances are you may find it there at the same time. So Thulsu, are there any other YouTube food reviewers that you like? Yes, there's a lot of people in the community. A lot of people that I keep in touch with. Amazing people that are, especially a lot of the new cats that are out there as well too. They're just really, really good quality stuff. I mean, if I was able to put out some of my stuff, the way I produce my stuff now, the way some of these guys are doing it early on in their careers for this, you got to start somewhere, but that's just the main thing there. But there's a lot out there. Something New is another one over there as well. It definitely Big Ben doing it big over there. God, there's just a lot of the big ones naturally there. You know, the first one that jumps into mind naturally, of course, Jackie Hero Food Reviews in there as well too that way. Freddie Foodie King. I'm kind of like lately addicted to the infectious personality of just the positivity. That's the main thing in there as well. Trav Tries. He doesn't really have to try because he does pretty well. But bad joke. But at the same time, yes, at the same time there too there. But there's just a lot. Like I said, there's I have so much on my subscription feed that I have like all these people that I'm subscribed to. A lot of people don't even produce content anymore. That used to back in the day, and I find myself actually producing more than I consume, which is always the sign of what you should be doing as a creator. They always say you should always be kind of producing more and more and more, and then occasionally dipping back in and enjoying it too that way. I remember those days of just being a viewer only at the same time, but definitely one of those situations for sure. So let's see here, going down the line. Good times, good times. Yeah, there's too much. I know, Jackie, there's a lot of food review channels. I know when I'm hit right away, it's just like there's so much. There are so many that are out there, but a lot don't really produce as much anymore. That's the only thing. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to kind of, you know, I guess to maintain. I mean, naturally, if you're really into what you're doing, of course, you'll make time for it. And if it's really meant to be part of your daily repertoire, so to speak, you're putting it out. Sometimes you'll see people come out with stuff and then disappear for a while, and they come back. And then disappear, and then they come back. So whenever those things come up, it's always fun, especially from those from back in the day. Good times. All right, so with that, guys, we're going to round this one out here. But again, thank you so much for jumping on. I really greatly appreciate it. I know it's a little bit of a short notice situation. But again, make sure you guys are tuned to my social media. Make sure you're subscribed to Instagram. And of course, I usually kind of branch out from there over to Twitter, Facebook, And then naturally here on YouTube, if you're subscribed, always make sure to hit that bell icon so you're notified of all that good stuff. And then we'll go from there. We'll have to see what goes on here. So, hey, Thulsu, I love that there are so many food reviewers. I remember years ago wishing there would be a way to see reviews of fast food, and today we're living the dream. There you go. And you've got a lot to choose from. Like I said, there's a lot of new cats that are in the game as well, which is this, they pop into my feed. People that I don't know offhand, but I know when I see them. And then there's just a lot. There's a lot of that, which is cool. So there's always going to be something out there that's going to appeal to an audience naturally. So, you know, that's the whole thing. For those thinking about trying this stuff, jump into it. Trial by fire. You know, that's the best way to see if it's going to go. And again, Annette, thanks so much for jumping up with my my IG handle right over there. Peep This Out Reviews. Good times. Enjoy the Mountain Dew for dessert with some cookies, says Drew. Yes, no, that's going right in the round file after I pour it down the drain, actually into my recycle bin for the bottle. Good time right there. All right, so guys, we are back at it for the next time around. I cannot wait to be jumping in here again for you as well. Let's see, Larry Nguyen. Hello, Ian. Am I? I hope not. I hope not. Let's just say I hope not right there. So good times across the board. All right, guys, continue on with your regular holiday festivities. Enjoy the weekend and definitely have a blast doing whatever you do. Brand new content coming as always. Officially closing out the live stream. Let's just do it right now. It's Ian K closing it out for December 2nd. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, good times. As always, I'll be here in the chat for about a minute or so before it times out. And we will go from there. Again, shout outs to Freddy Foodie King for his 1,000th video recently. And just so you know, very emotional ending to that one. And I can totally feel where you're coming from, Freddy, because it can be that way sometimes. And 1,000 videos, that's a lot of videos, okay? Trust me, I know, okay? Trust me, I know. But it's an amazing accomplishment. And if you enjoy what you do, and obviously Freddy does, he's one of the ones that you can really feel that. Really, I would jump over there. You can tell when people are really into what they do, and Freddy is one of those people. Jackie Hero Food Reviews is one of those people. Drew has a blast doing what he does as well. Big Ben over at Something New. Even a lot of the really big channels at the same time too. Ken Dama, KBD Productions, Dame, of course, you already know. Comedian Chris Clark, Matt Zion over at Reckless Eating. You know, there's a lot of great stuff there. Number 6 with Cheese. There's a lot of really, really awesome creators out there, and I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch of them at the same time because I'm being put on the spot by myself right now. But there's a lot out there. So just continue to keep pumping out the content, keep making the community what it is, and without a doubt, continue having fun doing what you do, because when you do, it shows. And that's the biggest takeaway is you really want to kind of, you know, bring some people out of what they may be going through. And there's a lot of people, unfortunately, in the community right now that are hurting for one way, shape, or another. And again, Sammy, shout outs to you as well. And there's a lot of others. My heart goes out to all of you guys who may be feeling it right now. And believe me, I'm going through my own personal things as well. We all have something, but it's a matter of trying to get up in the morning and trying to find a semblance of order, something positive. We have the ability to either have a good time with ourselves that day or not. Some days you may not want to have that moment, have the day if that's the case, but make sure your days are much brighter than not. And I don't want to end it on a downer. I'm trying to keep it as positive for you guys, but hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. I think you do, because I think you know, you already know what it is. So with that, I'm going to be out of the stream here right now. I think we're going to close it out because I'm starting to get choked up when I'm trying to give you the advice that I'm trying to follow myself. Moms, big hugs to you. Shout outs to Aunt Karen as well, who I know will be perfectly fine. And again, thank you to everyone for the prayer hands earlier today, not just from me, but also for everyone here in the chat. Happy birthday to Misty, all that stuff as well. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to try and chat with you guys as much as possible before this time's out, about a minute or so, and we will go from there. So guys, we will see you next for the next stream, most likely, obviously, on Friday of next week. And we'll have something new to review and all that good stuff as well. We'll have some more fun to look at there. So thank you for doing what you do. Have an amazing weekend. And watch for the next review, most likely on Saturday from earlier this week. It's going to be a little late, but hey, you know, it's out. It'll be out over the weekend. And again, shout outs to all the super chatters and definitely for the donators for the channel. Of course, you guys are down below as well. And with that, I think we are done. Time to grab some dinner and finish out the rest of the evening. So with that, peace. I'm out.